want to start off by giving all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah,
double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, peace and mercy to the elect, and shalom to the one-third of Yasharallah, known as Israel, who today are called the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who before losing their heritage were known as the Israelites of the Holy Bible. And today we're going to go ahead and get into Edom and how its kingdom is how we currently are living in Edom's kingdom, the kingdom of unrighteousness and all confusion. And we're going to get into some of its follies and just some of its confusion, but talk about how it's not going to last much longer. And then once it gets destroyed, and the kingdom of Israel shall be set afterwards. So, so what we're going to do is we're going to get Isaiah 14:3 to talk about what is this Babylon the Great, right? Where are we currently in this world?
All right, this is Isaiah 14:3. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
There you go. So see, this is a future prophecy that not only was speaking about the old captivity of Babylon, when the southern kingdom was going to go into the original Babylon, or not even the original Babylon, but the Babylon of that time. But it also talks about how the Israelites of this generation, the last generation, are going to be in the kingdom of Babylon, Babylon the Great, under captivity. Go ahead, Art.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
There you go. See, and that right there is talking about that when Babylon eventually, where it's going to be a place to chasten the children of Israel, who are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, that eventually Babylon is going to be taken down. And it's going to be taken down because of the power that the rulers have. It's going to be basically broken. They're no longer going to have the power to control people. And being that we're here in Babylon the Great, this place is controlled by all manners of wickedness, from hypnosis, magic, unlawful detention, laws, force, all that wickedness, right? So, go ahead, Rock.
He who smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth.
There you go. See, and that ultimately talks about Edom's physical attributions, how it, as a ruling nation, it's going to have all the other kingdoms in the world, the other 17 nations, including Israel, under subjection. Be it that if they have the nation in servitude, like they do the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, or if they just have them under military law or perpetual threat of war. Like if you look at the so-called Caucasian race, America, England, Russia, they basically dominate the world's military power. But notice what it said. Can you read the last part, Rock?
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth.
There you go. See, so he's persecuted all these other nations, and nobody was able to stand up to the Babylonian, devil, who are today known as Caucasians or white people. But in the Bible, it refers to them as the Edomites, who you are purposely not told about exist in this world. Go ahead, Art.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
There you go, and that's what's happening right now. You're having all the skeletons in Edom's closet, back from all these experiments that he would do on the nations, from the bombings of Ammonites or the Japanese, all the wickedness that the so-called Caucasians have done around the world. Like if you look right now, South Africa, you're seeing all the Hamites over there coming up against Edom for stealing the land. And what happens? They're trying to defend that land, right? But what you're seeing is a lot of the nations around the world starting to get turned up against Babylon. Can you go ahead and get 2 Corinthians up?
This is 2 Corinthians 10 and 3, which reads as, For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
There you go. So, actually read a little bit more.
And it says, For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High Yahweh, pulling down strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when the obedience is fulfilled.
So there you go. So this right here illustrates that that not only is this not a carnal fight, right? There's no way that none of us here in this room or on this continent or in this world are going to be able to stand up against the king of Babylon, the so-called Caucasians, right? If you take out America, you can't take out Russia, and vice versa. The thing is that this devil, he's only going to be taken out through spiritual means. His strongholds have to be taken down. Can you read the last part out? Talking about spiritual strongholds that were taken down.
5. Casting down strongholds, imaginations, and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
And there you go. And what are those things that Babylon, the Edomite kingdom, is exalting itself? In atheism, science. You got this pedophilia that's starting to make its rounds now. You got this homosexuality. You got all these different imaginations that go, theories that go against the Most High. These are the things that we ultimately are casting down, and by talking against them and explaining them, those theories get destroyed. Now, not only are we doing it, but also you see this devil, he has people within his own kingdom that are speaking against it, that are revealing these truths. So, now, because, and also, another reason why this Babylonian kingdom is going down is because you have the spiritual power of the prophets, the saints, prophesizing against Babylon. This is why you're seeing the kingdom of Babylon fall. Is because more Israelites are waking up to this truth, and when all the Israelites that are appointed to be woken up are woken up, the game is going to be over for Edom. The kingdom is going to fall, and that's when we're going to see the second coming. Can you go ahead and
I got it.
Second Ezra, right?
Yeah, I got it.
You're after him, so let me get this real quick.
I got a pre, bro.
Okay, go for it.
This is 1 Corinthians. This is 1 and 27. It says, But Yahweh had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God had chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And
You want to speak on that?
now go ahead, bro.
So that right there, it just shows you, right, that even if you believe you understand what's going on scientifically, economics, through business, through education, or finance, you got to understand that the Lord, He has made this truth, He's made the truth that's going to ultimately, that the one truth of this world, He's made it so, He's hidden it so well that He makes it seem like it's foolishness to this world, right? This is why, because He didn't want all the people who are ruling right now to get this. So this is why you have to get into the scriptures, do massive amounts of study to understand how complex and how deep this truth goes. This isn't a book that you could explain within one day's conversation. So this is why a lot of people don't even bother to look into this. And besides that, you have the devil who has twisted the truth of the Bible, making everybody in the world believe going to church or religion has anything to do with the Bible. Other than religions pretending to be about the Bible, that's the only connection religions in this world have to the Bible. The Bible is simply a book of history, laws, and commandments for the Israelites. Plain and simple. It's as if it's the Constitution for Americans. This is the Constitution for the Israelites. It's our heritage, exactly. It has the books about our forefathers. When you're reading about the books of Joshua, Nehemiah, Isaiah, and all these prophets, they're either Negroes, Latinos, or Native Americans. Plain and simple.
You want me to get that second Ezra?
Can you get that?
This is 2 Ezra 6 and 18. It says, and it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness.
And there you go. Let me pause real quick. So that right there, that's what's happening right now. The inquisitions of the unrighteousness of this kingdom are being done right now. The Lord is visiting the earth, believe it or not. This is why you're starting to see all these tumultuous things going around. Volcanoes, the pillars of smoke. You have these solar eclipses, these signs in the world. You're having these seditions amongst men. All of that in America is a revolt against its country. You have World War III on the brink of starting. You have the economy being collapsed purposely so that way the so-called Illuminati, or as we know them in the Bible, the Edomites, can bring forth their new world order. That's happening right now, people. You are literally living in that reality. You know, you don't live in that sports world. You don't live in that movie world. You know, this is the reality you live in. See, but the witchcraft that has your mind enchanted, as it tells you in the scripture, I'm going to paraphrase, it says that it's them that has deceived the nations, that Edom has deceived the entire world by its craft, or it's deceived the nations. That's what's happened. You have been brainwashed into believing that you live in some sort of movie, some sort of fairy tale. Your women want princes, your men want supermodels, but none of you people want to serve the Lord or want to look into what's really going on. What is the actual manual to life? And that's why the Lord's going to destroy you people. Go ahead and talk.
And will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly and with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be.
Go for it. Finish that.
And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens.
Or hold on, before you explain the tokens. So you see right there, they're talking about the end times. Talking about, you know, because right now what's happening, the Inquisition is being made. Now that you're hearing about this pedophilia gate, about how Steven Spielberg is a pedophile, Robert De Niro, Tom Hanks, Seth Green, his wife. You're starting to have all these people coming out of the woodworks, telling the truth about the wickedness in Hollywood, this kingdom, about how all these things that we consider, righteous in this kingdom, how it's all basically made up and it's all based off of folly. How these transsexuals movement, how it's we're finding out how all of it is a bunch of folly, right? The inquisition that's being made is by people actually hearing the prophets question it, right? This is what's happening. Now, this right here are the tokens that the Lord says to watch out for, to know that these are going to be the end of this kingdom. Go ahead, Mark.
The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together, and the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth ultimately children untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up.
So there you go. Is that till 10? Or 25?
Yeah, he said 25.
Yeah, so that ultimately right there just talks about how you're going to start seeing a lot of these crazy signs, right? And you have that. You have babies being born way prematurely, right? That are being continuing to live, and you have all these other signs that are happening.
Like my mom, for example, she was 5 months when she was born. She was so tiny that she could fit on your hand.
See, and there you go. See, so not only is this wicked kingdom coming to an end, these signs are speaking, right? These signs that were prophesied thousands of years ago are actually speaking now. So next I'm going to go ahead and get into 2nd Ezra 9 and 10. Can you get that up?
I got it right here. It's 2nd Ezra 9 and 10. It says, "For such as in their life have received benefits, and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it." And I just want to break that down real quick. He's saying repentance was open unto them, and how is he showing that? Through his prophets. We out there, week in and week out, telling you people who you are to come back to the Most High, but you ain't listening. We sing this song, but you ain't piping to dance to it, and the Most High is going to destroy you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's exactly what's happening now. What's happening now is the parable of the wheat and tares. Right now, the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is sending out his angels to go out and to separate the wheat and the tares. And that's happening through the spiritual or the real life actions of when you have people of the Lord going out, when we talk to our friends, we talk to just strangers, we talk to our families, right? It could be a little bit where we mention that, hey, you know, you're an Israelite, that, you know, the Most High, he's a black man. You know that the so-called white man is known as the Edomites, who are the people who are prophesied to rule at the end of the world and are going to be destroyed when the Lord comes back. You know, when we tell our family, our friends, but they despise it or this antagonizes them, that right there is all that spiritual marking, right? You're either being put into the tare group or you're being put into the wheat group, right? And you people, like it tells you here, you don't consider that this truth even matters, right? You believe this is just an old book because, like it tells you, can you read that again? Because they don't consider it because why?
It says, then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Oh, this is verse 9. Verse 10 is, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
There you go.
The same must know it after death by pain.
And there you go, right? Because it tells you right there that these people, even though they're being given benefits, right? And what's that benefit? The benefit is that you came across the path of a saint, a prophet that was been reborn into this life to simply give you the true name. Because I'm sure these brothers here have the same testimony, right? Where they've given the name of the Most High to somebody, and then later on they go and they ask them, hey, do you know what God's name is? And they can't, and the person can't even remember it for anything. Not realizing that name is what's going to get them onto the ships or get them saved, right? Because those are the benefits, not only that, but the benefits of the blessings that they've gotten in this world, to not be raked over the coals, not to live in the streets, right? Because the Lord had mercy on them, that He gave them enough time to hey, read a book, right? Or listen to some stories, or give a certain person who's speaking about the Bible the time of day, so that way he could, pronounce the scriptures onto you, right? No, what do you people do, or what do the people of Babylon do that despise the law, who didn't take the benefit? They waste it by going to baseball games. They waste it by seeking folly, right? Trying to get down a new dance or go freaking do some bullshit, some new challenge, right? They waste their time on that, right? They think that, hey, you know what? I have my 10, 30-year plan. That shit would have worked like 50 years ago when shit was copacetic, but now when things are falling apart and you still are trying to build on the deck of the Titanic, man, death to you motherfuckers. Because the thing is that it's so apparent that this is not going to be a place to build. Even if you were into economics and knowing what's going on, you would know not to invest your money into the sinking kingdom, that you should invest it in gold, silver, or whatnot, and store your wealth. But instead, what do you people do? You're sending your kids off to college. You're buying an overinflated house, right? You're doing things that would be considered right just to do, but like the brother said here, are considered folly, right?
And you got that one economic researcher, X22 report. He goes deep into how this America is going, going to financially crumble.
Exactly, right? And it even shows, and then there's other people too who are even showing that that the kings of this world, the Rothschilds, are pulling out their money. You even had, I think it was Russia, they sold about 82 billion, Salaki if I got the number wrong, but 82 billion of debt. They've got rid of it now. So they only owe, they hardly even own any more of American debt. Everybody is jumping off of the Titanic, except for you Israelites who are trying to save this place, right? You got people like LeBron James, doing your promise school, which is all fine and good, but look, my man, you're freaking building in a sinking ship, right? And you know what's going on. You know that you're an Israelite. That's why you're sold out to the devil. That's why you got LeBron James and plus everybody else from movie stars, music stars, anybody of popularity. They straight worship pagan druid customs, and they worship the devil. But
I have a precept.
Go for it.
This is 2nd Esdras 8:50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." So yeah, man, you people that are walking in great pride, man, it says many great miseries shall be done unto you, man. That's talking about everybody. It's not just talking about Israelites. It's talking about all you heathens as well. All you heathens is walking in great pride, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many times where I see an Edomite in a fancy ass car and he sees a bunch of Jakes, you know, and he want to just roar his engine all loud and shit. Want to drive, you know, crazy fast by us, almost hit a brother all the time, man. Just because you got money, you think you are in a status, but you think that's gonna hold you forever. Right. It's not, man.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's Edom's kingdom, the American kingdom, the American dream is gone. You know, this world is at the end, right? So go ahead and read on.
This is Daniel 7 and 27, which reads, says, "And the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High,
right.
whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and the dominion shall serve and obey him."
Okay, and real quick before we continue, like it tells you there, it's this kingdom, this new world, because what's ultimately going to happen is that now that when the Babylonian, the world kingdom gets taken out, you're going to have a new kingdom. You're going to have a righteous kingdom where you're not going to have to worry about your kids getting fondled by perverts, or you're going to have to worry about not having enough to eat, or you're not going to have to worry about surviving in this kingdom, right? It's going to be a righteous kingdom. It's going to be heaven on earth, right? First for the Israelites, and then the other nations, excluding Edom, who eventually is going to be in perpetual slavery until their extinction, which comes 1,000 years after the second coming of the Lord. Now, go for it, Andre.
This goes into what he's saying about how rest is going to be allowed when we in the kingdom. This is verse 51. It says, "But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten." Man.
There you go, right? That's it. See, because it tells you right there, it tells you, see, and this is so true, because if you pause the Elder Malcolm from the Chicago camp, he recently did this beautiful video talking about how most of the wars in this world are done because of the Edomites in power. And it's true, because ever since Alexander the Great got in, it tells you in Maccabees that evils on the earth were multiplied. Since then, this world has been in perpetual destruction and war. And that's because the man of sin, the man of destruction, the man of perdition, who is being revealed at this end time, as it's been prophesied in the Bible, he's been in power since then. When us, Jake, are in power, when we are ruling this world along with our Lord and his Father, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, or Yahweh the Most High and his Son, Yahweh Shai, this world is going to be heaven. And even though you other 16 nations are going to be in slavery, you're going to love it, because you're going to have a roof over your head. Your kids aren't going to be destroyed like the Arabs, who are afraid of the so-called white man, that they call him the great Satan, because they know what he brings with him, which is why the Bible calls Edom the border of wickedness, right? You're not going to have to worry about that. They're going to be bringing your kids onto the Israelites, because you're going to know what a blessing it is to be connected to the Israelites and to the Most High.
If I may land back too, hey, because we're gonna be in this. It's gonna be a righteous vibration throughout the whole universe. Sometimes, because right now everything's in a wicked vibration, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes I go outside and you just feel, you have this eerie feeling. It just don't feel right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or you might see a faggot walk down the street and it fucks up your whole day, kind of. You see some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You see a transgender, you're like, what the fuck, man?
No, exactly, right? You see a video, like right now, what's making the rounds right now is a video of a transvestite sitting between two Israelite children, explaining to them what a transvestite is, and that they could be a drag queen, that anybody could be a drag queen. You could see it, like this brother said, you could see it on their spirit, that they know that isn't right. Like this brother says, right? Not only are we just physically repulsed, the reason why we're physically repulsed is like what this brother brought out, because we are battling a spiritual battle, right? So can you get that again?
This is
read that again. I want to illustrate that point.
Also,
Well, you know what? So like, it's okay. But like I said, when we see these abominations, from the pedophilia, the transsexuals, the misjudgment, what is it? You have an Edomite that goes and shoots up a school, and they get probation, they get bought a burger. But you have
a crazy house.
Right, exactly,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But you get a Jake who gets that does something wrong, that's 1/10 as bad, and he gets 15 years in prison, right? And this shows you how wicked this kingdom is, because not only are you got these injustices and all this stuff accounts for spiritual wickedness, which is why people like us get repulsed by it, not because only physically it's repulsing to see, but because that stuff, the wickedness of Babylon, has spiritual demons on it, right? Bad vibrations, as his brother says, which his brother's going to explain again.
I got the Daniel 7:27 again. It says, and the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
That's the Israelites.
Whose kingdom is everlasting kingdom, and the dominion shall serve and obey him.
And there you go. And like it tells you, right, it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. So heaven is now going to be continual, right? You're not going to have, like, it's going to be good for a little bit, then wickedness is going to come in. That ain't going to happen. It's going to be forever good. So this wickedness, all these tribulations we're going through, these rumors of wars, having to worry about making payments on stuff, having to worry about your children being corrupted by the system, having to be worried about your family not making it to the next, into heaven directly, that they're going to have to die. All this wickedness that you have to worry about your kids being fondled, all that's going to go away. And what comes after it is ultimately going to be the righteous kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of the Most High, who us Israelites are going to be empowered to enforce. So hopefully you, Akim, found that, or do you, Akim, have any?
I got it right here.
You go, brother.
This is Micah 2:10 says, rising and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted and it is destroyed. It will destroy you even with the sword of destruction. And so, what we're doing, man, this is, we're out here every day vexed. We're out here, doing we're going to work. We're doing videos. We're on the highways and byways. But man, this place is so vexing that you want to just start doing things that other people should, other people do. He says, be angry and sin not. I'm angry every day. Because the things that I see, people that I'm around, shit rubs off on you. So just wait. It's sickening out here, man. And we got to get out of here soon, very soon.
And that, like you said, the brother just beautifully illustrated, right? Like the wickedness of Babylon, where these devils, the devils that literally live here on hell, which is our current third dimension that we're staying in, those are the so-called Caucasians. Those are the people who are in their heaven. This is the Israelites' hell, right? This is why it's so vexing, right? But ultimately, go for it.
I was just gonna say, and this is the best time, brothers, to have patience, because we are almost at that gate, man. And once we're in the kingdom, like the scriptures say, it's gonna be eternal rest. It's like waking up on Sunday and you just chilling, you have nothing to do. It's gonna be like that for eternity. Scriptures say we're gonna sing upon our beds. So we're gonna be in everlasting bliss, happiness. We're gonna just feel good. Like sometimes how you get that feeling, you just feel so good. Or when you drink some yagan, you feel good, It's gonna be like that forever though, man.
You're gonna wake up, you're gonna have things to be able to do. You're not gonna have to worry about running errands after a job.
Having children.
Right? You're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, what? I wanna spend this month over in Italy. You're gonna go over there. You're gonna take your whole family and stuff like that.
And singing on your bed. You're gonna be breaking out Mariah Carey notes.
Exactly, right. And then just like this brother was gonna touch upon, not only is it gonna be here on earth that we're gonna be able to visit, it's gonna be celestial places, other places, because like it tells you in the scriptures that when the Most High returns, the elect, the 144,000, the 12,000 from every 12 tribes, of Israel, we're going to be given celestial bodies, which means we are going to be able to go into the next realm, into the heavenly realm. What secular science knows as the fourth dimension, which ultimately is time. We're going to have control of time, forward and back, which means all those stars, the tree of life that's out there, that's going to be open to us. We're going to be able to go to those stars in an instant, right? We ain't going to have to go in a rocket ship and go there the slow place. You know when you're playing the video games and you have those locked spaces where you can't make it because you don't have a car or whatever, right? You could run forever, but you're never going to get to that level until you win the game and then it unlocks it, then you can travel there. That's exactly what's going to happen. We're now going to go into the fourth higher dimension, be able to visit these places, live in the righteous kingdom, and be able to make humanity, make it a living heaven, right? We're gonna make this place a place where you're gonna be happy to wake up. You're not gonna have to worry about your children. Things are gonna be great.
Hey, Scripture say Most High will show a little of His work. So hey, Most High, He's gonna just open the old box. He's gonna just come out like what? Just see some. It's gonna be everlasting, just surprises, man. You know what I'm saying? Every day is gonna be beautiful. This, like I said, man, just pray for endurance. Pray for patience. Scripture say, don't let no man take your crown away from you. So you gotta keep on enduring as a hard soldier, man. Have that mindset of just like, man, like just stay humble. Keep serving Yahweh Shema Shai, be a good brother, and just flow in the spirit.
And then any of you brothers got anything else?
I got this one. This is Ephesians 6:10. It says, "Finally, my brother, be strong in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and put in. Oh, so let me start from the top again. It says, "Finally, my brother, be strong in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and in the power of His might, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers and rulers of darkness in this world, and the spiritual wickedness in high places."
There you go. And that's
that's why we have to keep praying, meditating. When we're out, at the job site, when people are around you and your coworkers, and you just gotta call up on a name, just give me peace, give me, just protect me from not saying to blowing up. This word, his word, his voice, his name is a strong tower.
And so just like this brother right here was like touching upon, right? Because we are at the end now, right? So what this means is that if you're watching this video, you got to be tempered in your spirit. You got to understand that we are fighting a spiritual fight, right? You got to understand that when you see something, it is done to try to make you go off, because this devil, he wants to catch you up. He wants to get you fired from your job. He wants you to get ostracized for what you have to say. Like it tells you in the Bible, don't cast your pearls before swine, lest thy be rend in turn, right? So now, right where we're at the end, brothers, don't foul up. Don't throw your salvation away for some 2/3 that you're trying to just show off to, or trying to save him. If they can't get it, move on. Don't even worry about it. Don't even tell them about this truth, right? Test the spirit. If they're receptive to this, then you let them know. But if you tell them, and like this brother says, if they despise the word, don't even waste your words on them, because you're going to get caught up and down the road. So, any of you else got anything else? I just want to get one last scripture. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. "Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light of the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there is few, and those that look out of the windows are darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fall, because men goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. So, and fuck, I'm just gonna read it all. So, this is actually good because this kind of explains. This explains. Okay, so that right there is basically telling you. Here, you know what? Word further. Okay, so, but I'm just gonna jump down to verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Wow.
Hey, so, man, hey, so if you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, hey, you better stop that shit right now, you know?
And like it tells you in the beginning of that part, I wanted to read on. It's lucky that was a little bit too long, but it tells you, don't wait until the last days. God doesn't want your ass when you're all wrinkled and dried up. He wants you now. If you're hearing this now, He wants you now. He doesn't want you in 2-3 years when it's your turn. No, this is your message, because people, wake the heck up, man.
but we understand, not to jump, but we understand a lot of you people are not going to wake up. You know, we talking to our own people, the Israelites. You know, a lot of you people are not going to wake up because the Most High put a veil over your eyes, man. You can't see spiritually. You can't hear.
Yeah, and the thing is that like you 1/3, you people, if this is resonating with you, go report to a camp. If a camp's not close to you, you message one of the brothers that you see in this video or some of the elders, and you ask them what you can do to spread this truth. You better start going out and you better start studying, right? Because the thing is the only way you're going to get salvation or be able to be counted amongst the 144,000 and the 1/3 is if you get this truth and you share this truth with others.
And we talking to you men too, you know, we ain't talking to you. I mean, you women are listening and you actually, and this resonates with your spirit too, that's good, but, you know, try to show it to your man or just be a help, you know, if he doesn't really believe, you know, just do your part, but don't, don't go to a camp and don't be an order, you know.
There's no salvation in that unless you're going to a camp to find a brother, because again, the only way you're going to get to the kingdom is by having a man.
Right.
You know, can somebody get Isaiah 4:1 real quick?
You women thinking that you can just be, you know, you can do it on your own if you just have faith. No, the Most High only deals with men because we the gods on this earth. You supposed to be serving us, you know.
Exactly, because the thing is like I said, the men of the Lord are going to be you women's key into the kingdom. Plain and simple. There are going to be very few of you that are going to make it into there without men, but that's not going to be the majority. That's going to be the exception. The majority of the women are going to be saved through a man of the Most High. This brother's going to get the prophecy. Go for it, Ron.
This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
And there you go. Because again, women again, Baba Kasha, if you're listening, Tawada, but please, you know,
orders.
To do this in order.
And it says they should be called by your name, which means sex, man.
So you're gonna have to get onto a man. So again, if you already have a man, you show him this truth. If your man doesn't receive this truth, we're going to tell you, but you need to just move on, find yourself a man of the Lord if you want salvation. If you want to die for that man, if you want to go through hellfire for him, then so be it. But again, speaking to the Akim, the men out there, wake up. The time of the end is here. This is consider this your official notice that the end of the world is here, and you need to wake up and come back to the truth and understanding. Don't get this confused with religion, not at all. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans need to find out your true heritage, which was taken away from you.
So one more. This is Isaiah 65:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way. And you know, the brother was saying, you know, about, you know, if you're being wicked and you're starting to get into this truth, man, start forsaking your ways, man, and come back into the fold. How do you do that? By trying to follow his commandments to the best of your ability. You know, taking heed to this word. It said, and the unrighteous man, his thoughts. You know, if you got wicked thoughts, you know, you're always trying to go back into the world, man. You got to push that old man off.
And rebuke it too. You know, you can try to learn the Hebrew and use Hebrew prayers, because when you speak in Hebrew, it is stronger. You know, it's the ancient language. You know, and it's a pure tongue, man.
Exactly.
So you know, it's that strong vibration when you pray to the Most High. You know, sometimes when I get a wicked thought, I say, Agar-ka, Shaitan, Bashim Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, which means I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Yahweh, in the name of His Son, Yahushua.
There you go. Exactly. See, and the reason why we're getting so many answers right now is because the men of GMS, Great Millstone, like Apostle Tahar says, we have all the keys, right? We're not messing with Yiddish. Yep. We're not calling them fake names. We don't have matching garments and shit. This isn't about vain or any of that stuff. We want to make it.
Yeah, we want mercy. Show mercy today.
Come on.
I got a little more. It says, and let him return unto the Lord, and He will have mercy upon him. So I mean, you know, that's the way. If you return back to the Lord, He'll have mercy upon you, man. Like the brothers were saying, man, there's still some time left, you know. And right now, seek Him in thy youth, you know. Like the brother just broke that down, you know. So there's still, man. This is the Most High having mercy, you know, through His man, you know, giving out the message, man. If you can receive it and not get offended, man, take heed, you know. And going on, it says, and to our Yahweh, for He will abundantly pardon, you know. So I mean, you know, He'll forgive, you know. So turn back from your wicked ways, man, and come back into the fold, you know.
Man, fast too if you can, man, because fasting does it boosts your spirit, man.
I may say this, laying back on what the brother was saying. You know, the doors of the mercy are still open, man, because you know, Friday was a blood moon, Saturday blood moon, Sunday blood moon. You know, you walk outside and it's 95 degrees, but there's no sun.
Right.
The so-called clouds are covering the sun.
Right.
So that's telling you that the Most High is getting ready to revisit the earth that He made.
Right.
So this is the doors of repentance open unto you. So if you receive this word, you better hurry up. You better praise Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That is His true name. And you know, it's not God, it's not Jesus. It's Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, the name of the Father, Yahweh Shai, the name of His beloved Son. You know, they're dark-skinned men.
Right.
You know, I was looking at portraits of the Most High, you know, on Google, and I'm like, how you cannot be afraid of this man? Just looking at the images of him. You know, that's frightening to me just looking at it. So if you hear this word, it's resonating with your spirit, then that's telling you He's knocking. He's knocking.
Like basically, it's like everything is regenerated. Be in the times of Noah, man. You know, when Noah was making the ark, he was trying to warn people about the flood coming. We doing the same thing. We telling you that what's gonna come. You know, this RFID chip and these ICBM missiles, man. Right. So if you don't, man, you don't want that, man. You don't want that hellfire, man. That's brutal, and you're not gonna be like, oh, Most High, please forgive. No, it's too late, man. It's too late. You're going to have to be reborn again. So right now is the time, man.
Exactly. So with all that, brother's good.
Yeah, good.
Awesome. So hopefully you, Akim and Akwas, were edified. So with that, I want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah,
double honors to our apostles, the Great Millstone, the peace and mercy to the elect, and shalom to you one-third of Yasharallah. Shalom.
Shalom.